on, everybody? This is Chris from the Common Man Sports Talk. Me hosting along with my good buddy, old pal Vince.
How you doing?
He's in the passenger seat. He's riding shotgun today.
Shotgun.
That's where our show takes place, in my Jeep Wrangler, my most prized possession on this earth.
Wrangler.
No offense to anybody else. So this is a little commute talk show. We're going to bring you some coverage of every sport. We're going to basically talk out of our asses for a good 5-10 minutes. This guy can't drive. It just cut me off. Vince, you have the floor.
Well, we're going to do projections for awards in the NFL. So we're going to start off with that. My MVP this season is going to be Andrew Luck. The man has all this talent. He has Peyton Manning's mind. He's got Big Ben's ability to break tackles around and get out of the pocket. And he has Aaron Rodgers' cannon of an arm to throw downfield to get that big touchdown. And to be honest, he's going to have the reins of the offense with Chuck Pagano on the defensive end as the head coach. So
breakthrough candidate.
So I'm Andrew Luck. That's my MVP.
I think that's a great, not Super Bowl, but not the conventional pick of maybe Rodgers, Watt, who's in it every year as a defensive player. It's like the question, will he get it? Aaron Rodgers, Cam Newton, defending champion. My neighbor, this guy creeps me out. I'm going to roll this stop sign to get away. But I will go with Tom Brady. In my opinion, the greatest quarterback of all time. I think Tom Brady gets it. He will be suspended the first 4 games. I think he just leads the charge in a little resurgence after what I think will be an okay start, but I think he's going to really take the league and team by storm. Vince, who's going to be the defensive player of the year at this point in time? Do we just give it to J.J. Watt before the season starts? Do we pencil him in?
I mean, J.J. Watt is phenomenal. The man can play any position. He can play tight end. He can play kick return. He can play punt return. He can even coach, for all we know. He's a monster, but I'm going to have to go with Von Miller.
I like the Von Miller pick.
The man has a high motor, great pass rusher, and and arguably is a very good coverage linebacker.
Slightly under the radar, yeah. Picked off Brady in the title game.
Big pick off. So I'm going to go with Von Miller.
Von Miller. I'm going to stay out west. Another pass rusher off the edge. Who do you think it is?
It's pretty tough. I mean, I don't know. Who is it?
Not sure? Khalil Mack.
That's a good one.
Another Von Miller type of player. Pass rusher, does a little bit of everything. Mainly a pass rusher. He's mainly out there to put the quarterbacks in the turf, maybe make them cry. So I think Khalil Mack is going to break through this year. It's not too bold of a prediction, but he is a second-year player. Give me Khalil Mack. Off the players for a second. Who's going to be the coach of the year?
Coach of the year. I'm going to go with Sean Payton with that whole new offense. Now, maybe not new offense, but a revamped offense and a revamped defense. You got Nick Fairley. They added Dennis Allen as the defensive coordinator. Colby Fleener joins the team on the offense. Always great to have a good tight end, especially with Drew Brees as your quarterback. Sean Payton always has something in store with his offense, so I'm going to go with Sean Payton, resurging the Saints.
I like that pick. And on the other end, the other conference, for all the similar reasons, somewhat similar, this team isn't too revamped, but they're revamped in terms of their players coming back, and I think they will have a good season and maybe surprise some people. I think John Harbaugh gets it, leading the Ravens back to the playoffs. So we got all those guys. Who's gonna come back? Speaking of revamp and
come back.
Who's gonna come back? Who's gonna be the comeback player of the year?
Everybody likes a nice comeback. So I'm going to say Jordy Nelson. The man tore his ACL last season, I think, and with Aaron Rodgers at the helm of the Packers offense, Jordy Nelson wasn't there last year, and it didn't look the same. It didn't.
He's worth a couple wins for that team.
Jordy Nelson is now going to be back, and I assume 1,000-yard plus season, 10 touchdowns. I'm going to say comeback player of the year, Jordy Nelson.
I agree with Jordy, and we'll also just mention that Kelvin Benjamin, Andrew Luck, Victor Cruz, one of my all-time favorite players on my New York Football Giants. This person don't cut me off.
Then you got DeMarco Murray as well.
Yeah, right, because he had a poor season. Forget injuries, but a poor season. But we'll both go with Jordy Nelson.
Yep.
Who's going to be the offensive and defensive rookie of the year? Should we give Ezekiel Elliott that award?
Yeah, I'm going to say give it to Ezekiel Elliott. Great offensive line, great talent in the whole talent department. The man can catch the ball out of the backfield.
I agree.
Smart runner. I'm going to go with Ezekiel Elliott.
DeMarco Murray reincarnate. Give me Zeke for the same reason. What about Defensive Rookie of the Year? Will the first defensive player drafted, Joey Bosa, who I have winning the award, will he win the award this year?
Yeah, I'm going to say he's going to win the award. The man has a chip on his shoulder.
Oh, boy,
he does. After the draft, not quite the welcoming he wanted from the Chargers, with holding out for a few weeks or so. I'm going to say he's going to take the defensive rookie of the year. I think.
I agree.
Joey Bosa.
I think this guy is a good type of arrogant. Like he showed up backwards baseball cap and a sweatpants to his interview. So instead of Bosa on the back of his jersey, I think they should just put asshole. But that's the spot. Besides the point. But I will go with Joey Bosa for all the reasons you outlined. So we got our awards predictions. But what teams? It's a team game. There's no I in team. What teams will win each division? We'll roll in the East. We're New York-based kids, right?
Yep.
Well, men. We're not kids anymore. Who will win the NFC East?
NFC East, I'm going to say the Giants. It's going to be a weak division. Unless Dak attack. Looks like Dak of the future.
Dak of the future.
You got Dak in fantasy, you name your team Dak to the future. But I'm going to say, the Giants 9-7. Got a revamped defense. You got good offensive weapons, as always, with Odell Beckham. And then Eli Manning consistent the last 2 years. I see him not stopping with a 30-plus touchdown season. So I'm going to say the Giants 9-7.
I agree. I think there's a new hope with Ben. Is it Ben or Bob?
Ben.
Ben McAdoo. Bob McAdoo. Ben McAdoo. I think it's a new hope. I know Coughlin's a great coach. I think they just have to move on. Give me 10-6, better defense. NFC, you know what? We'll do a little East versus West. Who's going to win the NFC West?
NFC West. Who do you got, buddy?
I got Arizona in a dogfight with Seattle, who's one of my wild cards, by the way, going 11-5, 12-4. Bruce Arians at the helm, a good offense, a tough defense. You got Palmer, you got the receivers, David Johnson. Do you disagree?
I'm going to agree 100%. Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians, great coach. The man, his offense is always touted. It's always great. Carson Palmer at the helm. I'm going to watch out for Michael Floyd. Man is going to maybe take over the first wide receiver one role. So I'm going to go with the Cardinals. Always tough defense, always great under Bruce Arians.
I agree.
I'm going to say 12-4.
I agree with the 12-4. I got the Packers also going 12-4 for reasons we outlined in principle to Jordy Nelson coming back, who's worth a couple of wins in my opinion. I got him 11-5, maybe 12-4. Eddie Lacy running better. Green Bay, do the Cheeseheads take the North?
I'm going to say Green Bay is going to take the North, and like you said, shed 20 pounds. Eddie Lacy looked great in preseason.
No more McDonald's.
Jordy,
every meal of the day.
Jordy Nelson's back. Randall Cobb, I think, is going to have a great year.
Because he needs the help.
Now he has Jordy there. Aaron Rodgers, I think, is going to even have a better year than he had last year.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I'm taking them 11-5. I'm going to say they win the North.
So who's going to win the South? Will the defending division and conference champions, the Super Bowl representative of the NFC, Carolina, the defending MVP, we got all the defending accolades there. Do they have a good season? I got them 11-5 making the playoffs.
I have them 11-5 as well. Cam Newton definitely has a chip on his shoulder. People questioning if his effort was there in the Super Bowl after a big loss. You got Kelvin Benjamin coming back. They did lose Josh Norman. So I'm going to say they're going to go 11-5. Take a little bit step back,
young players,
but you never know.
Defense this time, but they will still be good with Kuechly and the lights of Thomas Davis. Who will be the wild card? There's a team in the NFC South that you like in particular. Tell the viewers who you like.
I'm going to say New Orleans Saints are going to take one of the wild cards. I'm going to say 10-6, 9-7, around that range. Drew Brees. Got anything with Drew Brees and Sean Payton stamped
Turns
on it.
to gold.
You know you're in good shape. The additions of Kobe Fleener, another year of Brennan Cooks.
Dennis Allen
as the defensive coordinator. You got Nick Fairley added. Then you have Michael Thomas, a rookie. So I'm going to say the Saints. Surprise team.
I like the Saints as a surprise team going 10-6 to make it back. Don't sleep on the Falcons as well, but I will take as my other wild card the Seattle Seahawks, who I just mentioned, for obvious reasons of Russell Wilson being an MVP caliber player at this rate. Pete Carroll, except for when you're on the 1 yard line of the Super Bowl, I think he's a good coach.
I'm going to go with Seahawks as well. Yeah, their
what's the
defense
record?
solid.
11-5?
11-5.
I got 11-5.
So you know what you're getting from the Seahawks.
I agree. So we haven't covered the AFC, right?
Nope, we have not.
Who's going to stay with the East? Should New England win the division again?
Yeah, I'm going to say New England wins. I'm going to say 11-5. Tom Brady's going to be coming back with a vengeance.
My MVP, baby.
Belichick, he'll carve something out when Brady's not there. Garoppolo looks good in preseason.
He's a second-round pick. How bad could he be?
So I'm going to say the Patriots win that division.
I agree. I got them going 11-5, 12-4, depending on their 4-game start. Little East versus West beef once again. We'll go back out west. Who's taking the division? Just like the Panthers, I asked, do the defending champ of the division and the league, will they take it again?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say the Oakland Raiders are going to take that division.
Great team.
10-6. Watch out for AC/DC, Derek Carr, and Amari Cooper. That connection is going to be very good.
I like that pick.
They got a dynasty-like defense. They have a very good offense. Latavius Murray, 1,000-yard rusher last year.
They got the pass rushing
They
Khalil.
have a good leader in Jack Del Rio, so I'm going to take them as 10-6.
Fringe candidate for Coach of the Year. Don't lose sight of that, viewers.
Touche.
So AFC West, give me the Chiefs just on consistency, but it will be a 8-8, 9-7, 10-6 type division in my humble opinion. I got them with Alex Smith, who in my opinion is an underrated quarterback.
Very underrated.
But that's a topic for another day. We got a minutes limit here. So give me Andy Reid and Alex Smith, Jamal Charles, the Macklin, the defense. Give me them 10-6. Vince, the AFC South. And the North.
South.
Give me your two winners. South first, North next.
South, I'm going to go with the Colts. The guy that I think is going to win the MVP. The
Comeback player.
And maybe even comeback player. Andrew Luck seems to be a once-in-a-generation type of player.
I agree.
And I'll take them winning the division. You can never go wrong with some luck in your life. So I'm going to go with Andrew Luck and the Colts going 11-5.
I got them also at 11-5. Don't forget they went 8-8 in Luck's absence. Luck is worth at least a couple of wins more. So I got the Colts. Vince, give me two wild cards, rapid fire.
Oh wait, we got to do the NFC North, right?
AFC
North.
AFC North. My bad, viewers. We're not the
No, it's all
sharpest
good.
tools in the shed. AFC North, give me Pittsburgh for obvious reasons.
Touche. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin can't go wrong. Big Ben, Antonio Brown, the best in the game. 11-5.
All right, give me 11-5. The two wild cards for the AFC, I got the Ravens 10-6 for the reasons I mentioned, and give me the Texans going 10-6. Finally, a quarterback, great defense, good coach. 10-6. Vince, you have the
You got
floor.
Bill O'Brien, great head coach. I'm going to go with the Jets. They have too good of an offense to not make the playoffs. I think they're very consistent in Brendan Marshall and Eric Decker, two of the best receivers in the game. Todd Bowles, great coach. Defensively, they have Revis running it over there, and I'm going to say the Jets. The only person that's going to keep the Jets from the playoffs is going to be Fitzpatrick. He's the only one. My other wild card in the AFC is going to be I'm going to say the Chiefs. Andy Reid, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, don't forget about the Jets, Andrew Belio Powell, your starting flex. So, yeah, I agree with those picks. Vince, we got a time limit here. How are we running on time?
Well, that's going to do it for you guys from us to you. Thanks for watching. Have a nice night.